Are you walking less these days and thinking, well, I guess that's just part of getting older? Think again. You know, as we age, our bodies do change, and it's true that we might not be able to do everything we used to. But here's the thing. It's not just about accepting decline. It's about evolving with these changes and finding new ways to stay active and healthy. I remember chatting with a friend who said, I used to walk everywhere, but now I just can't keep up. And I get it. But what if I told you there are other activities that can keep you moving and feeling great, even if you're not walking as much? In this video, we're going to explore 8 activities that can help you do just that. Imagine boosting your energy, improving your balance, and enhancing your overall well-being, all without having to walk miles every day. Sounds pretty good, right? We'll dive into some fun and practical alternatives that you might not have considered before. And hey, if you're thinking, I'm not sure if this is for me, stick around. You might be surprised at how these activities can fit into your life. We're all in this together, figuring out how to make the most of our golden years. So, if you're ready to discover new ways to stay active and feel your best, you're in the right place. And if you find these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's get started on this journey to staying vibrant and healthy, no matter our age. Let's talk about something we all experience as we get older. Our bodies change. And you know, it's not just about accepting that things are different. It's about understanding these changes and evolving how we care for ourselves. I mean, think about it. Just because we're getting older doesn't mean we have to sit back and let things happen. We can actually take charge and make informed decisions about our health. Now, one of the best things you can do is consult with a healthcare provider. They can help you understand your specific needs. It's like having a personal guide through the maze of aging. And, honestly, it's not just about going to the doctor when something feels off. It's about regular checkups, staying informed, and being proactive. You know, my friend once told me, I used to think all my aches and pains were just part of getting old, but then I realized some of them were things I could actually do something about. That really stuck with me. It's important to recognize the difference between normal aging and actual health issues. Sometimes we might brush off symptoms as just old age, but ignoring them can lead to bigger problems down the road. So, staying informed about your body's needs is crucial. There are so many resources out there on aging and health. Books, online articles, even community workshops. It's like a treasure trove of information just waiting for you to explore. And here's the thing. Understanding your body's changes empowers you. It gives you the tools to take proactive steps in maintaining your health. It's like having a roadmap. You wouldn't go on a road trip without a map, right? Well, think of this as your roadmap to aging well. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I've been doing things a certain way for so long. Why change now? And that's a fair point. But, you know, sometimes a little change can make a big difference. It's about adapting and finding what works best for you at this stage in your life. So, here's a little call to action for you. Share your experiences with aging and how you've adapted in the comments. I bet there are so many stories out there that could inspire others. Maybe you found a new hobby that keeps you active, or perhaps you've discovered a health tip that's made a difference. Whatever it is, let's create a community where we can learn from each other. Remember, aging is a journey, and we're all in this together. By understanding our bodies and making informed choices, we can navigate this journey with confidence and grace. So, let's keep the conversation going and support each other along the way. Let's talk about something we all experience but often just shrug off: fatigue. You know, that feeling of being tired all the time? It's easy to think it's just part of getting older, but the thing is, fatigue is actually a symptom, not something we have to accept as normal. So, let's dive into how we can tackle this together. First off, let's think about why we feel so tired. It could be a bunch of things, right? Maybe we're not drinking enough water, or our sleep is all over the place. or maybe we're not moving as much as we used to. Identifying these root causes is the first step. Once we know what's going on, we can start making small changes that really add up. Take hydration, for example. It's so simple, but drinking more water throughout the day can make a huge difference. I mean, our bodies are mostly water, so it makes sense, right? Just keeping a water bottle nearby and taking sips regularly can help keep your energy levels up. It's like giving your body the fuel it needs to keep going. Then there's sleep. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule can be a game changer. I know, easier said than done, but even just going to bed and waking up at the same time every day can help your body get into a rhythm. And when your body knows what to expect, it can rest more effectively. It's like setting a clock that helps you wake up refreshed. And let's not forget about movement. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or anything. Just incorporating some gentle exercises into your routine can do wonders. Maybe it's a short walk around the block or some light stretching. The key is to keep moving, even if it's just a little bit. It helps get the blood flowing and can actually boost your energy. But here's the thing. Overlooking fatigue can really impact your quality of life. It can make everything feel harder than it needs to be. So, focusing on these small lifestyle changes can make a big difference. It's about taking control and not letting fatigue dictate how you live your life. So, what small changes have helped you feel more energized? Maybe you've found a new routine that works for you, or perhaps you've discovered a trick that makes a difference. I'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's learn from each other. After all, we're in this together, and every little bit helps. Let's talk about something that might not seem obvious at first, but is super important: embracing a positive mindset. You know, it's not just about feeling good. A positive mindset is like the secret sauce for both your physical and mental health. It helps you feel stronger and, well, thrive. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? So, how do we get there? One way is by practicing gratitude daily. It sounds simple, but taking a moment each day to think about what you're thankful for can really shift your perspective. I remember a time when I was feeling a bit down, and a friend suggested I start a gratitude journal. At first I thought, really? A journal? But you know what? It worked. Writing down even the smallest things, like a sunny day or a good cup of coffee, made a big difference. Another thing you can do is engage in positive self-talk. It might feel a bit awkward at first, but talking to yourself kindly can change how you see the world. Imagine you're your own best friend. What would you say to them? Probably something encouraging, right? So why not say it to yourself? And let's not forget the people around us. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is like having a safety net. They lift you up when you're feeling low and celebrate your wins with you. It's like having your own cheerleading squad. My neighbor, for instance, always has a kind word or a funny story to share, and it just brightens my day. Now, you might be wondering, why is all this positivity stuff so important? Well, the thing is, mental health impacts physical health. When you're positive, you're more resilient. You bounce back from setbacks more easily. It's like having a shield against stress and health issues. On the flip side, negative thinking can lead to stress, and we all know stress isn't good for anyone. So, how do we cultivate this positivity? Mindfulness is a great start. It's about being present in the moment and appreciating it. And social connections, like we talked about, are key. They provide support and a sense of belonging. I know it can be challenging, especially if you're used to thinking a certain way. But remember, a positive mindset fosters resilience and overall well-being. It's like planting seeds for a happier, healthier life. Before we move on, I'd love to hear from you. What's a positive affirmation or practice that has helped you? Share it with us. You never know who might benefit from your experience. Let's talk about something that might not be on your radar but is super important: balance and mindful movement. You know, as we get older, maintaining our balance becomes crucial. It's not just about avoiding falls, though that's a big part of it. It's also about feeling steady and confident in your movements. Have you ever tried Tai Chi or yoga? These practices are fantastic for enhancing balance and body awareness. Imagine joining a local Tai Chi class. You'd be moving slowly and deliberately, almost like a graceful dance. It's not just exercise, it's a way to connect with your body and mind. And if classes aren't your thing, no worries. You can practice yoga poses right at home. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. Even simple balance exercises like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth can be surprisingly effective. Now, you might be wondering, why all this fuss about balance? Well, the thing is, ignoring it can actually increase your risk of falls. And let's face it, nobody wants that. Falls can lead to injuries that take a long time to heal, and they can really knock your confidence. So, by prioritizing balance and mindful movement, you're not just protecting your physical health, you're also boosting your mental clarity. It's like giving your brain a little workout, too. Regular practice is key here. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it consistently. Think of it as a gift to yourself. You're investing in your well-being, and that's something to feel good about. Plus, these activities can be quite enjoyable. There's something calming about focusing on your breath and movements, almost like a moving meditation. I get it, though. You might be thinking, isn't this just for younger folks or those super flexible people? But trust me, it's for everyone. You don't have to be a yoga master or a Tai Chi expert to start. Just take it one step at a time. And who knows, you might find a new passion or hobby along the way. So, what do you think? Have you tried any mindful movement practices before? Or maybe you're curious to start? I'd love to hear about your experiences or any tips you might have. Share them in the comments below. It's always great to learn from each other, and who knows, your story might inspire someone else to give it a try. Remember, it's all about taking small steps towards a healthier, more balanced life. And hey, if you stumble a bit, that's okay. We all do. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one mindful step at a time. You know, aging is like this incredible journey we're all on. It's not just about the wrinkles or the gray hair, though, let's be honest, those do show up. It's more about the wisdom we gather along the way. I mean, think about it. Every year, every experience, it adds a layer to who we are. My friend once said, aging is like a tree growing rings. And I thought, yeah, that's exactly it. We're growing, expanding, becoming more ourselves. But the thing is, it's easy to get caught up in the physical changes and forget about the growth happening inside. So, what does aging gracefully mean to you? Is it about staying active? Or maybe it's about embracing new hobbies? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Reflect on it, and maybe share your journey. Because, really, we're all in this together, learning and growing, one day at a time. So, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? We've talked about understanding how our bodies change as we age, finding ways to combat fatigue, embracing positivity, and prioritizing balance and mindful movement. It's a lot to take in, but, it's all about making small, meaningful changes that can really add up over time. I mean, think about it. Aging is like a journey, not a destination. It's like we're all on this road trip together, and sometimes the road gets a little bumpy. But that's okay. We can still enjoy the ride, right? Embrace each moment with positivity and grace. It's about finding joy in the little things, like a sunny day or a good book. And, hey, if you're feeling inspired or have your own tips to share, I'd love to hear from you. Maybe you've found a new hobby or a way to stay active that works for you. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. We can all learn from each other, and who knows, your story might just inspire someone else. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep bringing you content that matters. And, share it with a friend who might need a little encouragement. We're all in this together, after all. Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing what you can, when you can. And sometimes just taking that first step is the hardest part. But once you do, you'll find that the journey is worth it. So, let's keep moving forward, one step at a time. Thanks for being here with me today.